I'm sort of breaking the rules here because the Wright brothers didn't take a stand. They flew. Although they did stand up for themselves for history in a way. People would mock and tease them for thinking that a heavier-than-air aircraft would be possible to get in flight. They proved them wrong. Now, airplanes are used a lot in modern-day travel. Orville and Wilbur Wright had been thinking of the first flight since they were kids. They came from Dayton, Ohio, and they supposedly had brown hair. Neither of them went to college, but their older brother, Wrigley Wright, did, who worked in a lumberyard as a clerk. Even though they didn't go to college, they still created something that would go down in history as great technology. Orville Wright died on January 30th, 1948, due to a heart attack. Wilbur Wright died on May 30th, 1912, with typhoid fever. People found it a bit ironic that they both died on the 30th of an early month. People would call them names because the Wright brothers wanted human flight possible and thought it was possible. In 1903, Wilbur and Orville Wright, two brothers from Dayton, Ohio, became the first people to fly a heavier-than-air powered controlled machine known as the Wright Flyer. This did not simply happen overnight. The brothers had been tinkering with the idea of flight off and on since childhood, nps.gov. As this quote explains, the Wright brothers didn't just make an airplane on the first try. They actually failed many times before the first success, along with other inventions such as the light bulb or the computer. After exhaustively researching other engineers' efforts to build a heavier-than-air controlled aircraft, the Wright brothers wrote the U.S. Weatherman Bureau inquiring about a suitable place to conduct glider tests, History.com. The Wright brothers were actually also influenced by the studies of the late 19th century glider pilot Otto Lilienthal. The Wright brothers did it because, well, they wanted human flight possible, and money because the Wright family was a poor family. As I said before, they had been interested in powered flight for quite a while. This drove them to create the world's first working airplane. This came with struggles, though. People would laugh at them and say they were loonies just for the thought of creating an airplane. The first flight was made by, thanks to a coin toss, Orville Wright. I found the control of the front rudder quite difficult, said Orville. On December 17, 1903, Orville Wright piloted the first powered airplane 20 feet above a windswept beach in North Carolina. The flight lasted 12 seconds and covered 120 feet. 3 more flights were made that day, with Orville's brother, Wilbur, piloting the record flight lasting 59 seconds over a distance of 852 feet, eyewitness to History.com. As this quote says, Orville flew 20 feet above the beach in North Carolina. It lasted 12 seconds and covered 120 feet. The record of that day, December 17, 1903, was 59 seconds with a distance of 852 feet. That is a small feat based on today's flights. And that travel at least a state over if you're traveling. 852 feet is 0.161364 miles, and as we all know, a state usually covers at least a mile. So, the Wright brothers are now famous for creating the first airplane, but now we use airplanes to travel and explore. Back then, on the first flight, they only traveled 852 feet, but it came with hardships, as I said before. People were untrusting of them and disliked them for the thought of the first working heavier-than-air powered flying machine. And that is how they took a stand in history. Thank you. Here are my works cited.